Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the Kinhank Super Console X5 Pro. This is an emulator gaming device console thing sold by this Chinese company called Kinhank, who makes a whole bunch of these different consoles, which they package with a bunch of retro games and ROMs and emulators and stuff. So they generally sell it to people who basically want to play a whole bunch of games and they don't want to buy them. So the actual legality of this product is I would say in a gray area here. I'm pretty sure that this company did not obtain the rights for these games that they put on the device. But yeah, if you're okay with that, just a little disclaimer here that they probably do not have the rights to all the games on this device. But yeah, they basically sell these consoles basically that have all these different games already pre-baked in and stored as ROMs and stuff on the device, and usually thousands of different games. And this particular one claims that it has a 4 terabyte external hard drive with over 16,000 built-in games, which is crazy. It has PS2, PS1, Sega Saturn, 3DS, MAME, a whole bunch of different consoles. Actually, we'll take a look later. It does indeed come with an external hard drive, which is pretty interesting. I guess, yeah, I'm actually curious to see how many games it has stored. Really, I think this is really meant for people, yeah, who are okay with buying a product in the legal gray area and and playing games they don't own, right, on ROMs and emulators, and saves them the time from downloading all this stuff yourself. Because normally, if you want to have 16,000 different games, you would have to take quite a bit of time to download all that online. Plus the having to put the emulators on it and make it like a whole GUI for it and everything. Anyways, it's cost $350 US, so it's quite a bit of money for something like this. Like usually if you buy something like this, it's usually like cheaper. But in this case, I guess it comes with a lot of games and a lot of games that are more modern too, not just retro ones. So it comes with PS2 games and stuff. So I guess that brings up the price a bit. It comes with a bigger hard drive with more games on it. I'm just reading from what the website says, but I mean, I'm not sure I can verify everything, but it says it uses the ROC. This is a ROC chip, right? RK3588S CPU. It's an ARM chip with a quad-core Cortex A76 and a A55 with an G610 MP4 GPU, and apparently can support 8K. Although I can't test that out because I don't have anything that has 8K. I can test it out on my 4K TV, but I don't have any 8K TVs. Has 8 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage, but it also comes with 4 terabyte external storage too. Wi-Fi 6, Type-C port, SATA 3 port, Bluetooth 5.2. Okay, yeah. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff in the marketing here. This is the box it comes with. It says 8K Ultra HD. Again, I can't test that because I don't have anything that has 8K on it. AI P0, whatever that means, HDR10. So really, it has HDR10. I mean, it's not even really necessary for retro games, but I guess it says HDR, supports HDR, I guess, which is interesting. Imagine playing your retro games in HDR. Yeah, this is what it comes with here. The X5 Pro Game System instructions. Okay, so notice this is a huge system if you encounter any problems. Okay, and it has their email with the QR codes. Actually does come with a controller. We'll unbox the controller too. So this operating system is called the Pegasus system, apparently. And yeah, they have their own unique interface, right, for selecting the games and stuff. I'm guessing it's something like similar to Android, like Android TV or something like that. I already have my NVIDIA Shield, right? I've done retro gaming on that before, so I'm guessing maybe something like Android TV. That's what my NVIDIA Shield already uses. Okay, and this is like default settings of the controller, settings of the hotkey, and it uses RetroArch, which I guess if you want to have the emulation of the most systems with the least amount of software, then RetroArch is pretty much the way to go, because it basically can emulate everything just using RetroArch. It'll just like have a launcher inside of there. You load a different core inside of RetroArch, and then all these cores can emulate different systems. Okay, so you have a special simulator. Oh yeah, it even has Switch. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, so it has a Nintendo Switch emulator here in Nintendo Switch games. Maybe that's part of the reason why it's fairly expensive for something like this. I mean, if you're gonna get Switch games on it, then yeah, that's pretty recent. GameCube games. Oh, you got some configuration here. Oh man, it's hard to read. It's so black. It's hard to read. I'll have to squint to read some of that. How to add games based on installed emulators. Well, I'm going to take a look at the built-in games. There might be some games I might want to put on there, but I'm sure 16,000 games is enough to satisfy me. I might not need to put my own games on there. I have 16,000. And I kid you not, guys, it comes with this 3.5-inch external hard drive. Yes, it just comes with this. It came in the package. So this is a HDST, which I think is a Hitachi, right? HDST. Is that it's a Hitachi hard drive? Made in Thailand. It's trying to see. Oh, it's a 7200 RPM hard drive right here. Yeah, it's a 3.5-inch. Looks like a HDST, which I think is a Hitachi. September 2014. It's over 10 years old. Wow. But yeah, it's a SATA hard drive. It's a 3.5-inch full-size SATA hard drive. This is what it came with. I didn't get any kind of SATA connectors, so I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll just open the box and they'll come with kind of SATA connectors. But yeah, I just they just put this thing in the box with it. So I got this. Yeah, I got this external. They call this an external hard drive. I mean, technically yes, it is a hard drive, but I would not consider this your traditional external hard drive because it has no case. It's just literally the hard drive. It doesn't have a casing with it. I guess I'll have to install it inside of this thing or something. And that's not the only thing it came with. It also came with a controller as well. So it came with this GameSir controller, T3 wireless game controller. I'm not sure how much this costs by itself, but this is what it came with. All right, so yeah, well, let's take a look at this controller. I'm not sure how good this controller is. It does come in with its own box, so I guess it can't be too cheap, right? I mean, they must be selling it separately. Separately sold controllers have to, I guess they have to be somewhat decent, better than some kind of no-name packaging controller like I got with the Retro Stick, right? I did a video on the Retro Stick a few months ago, and that one just had some generic built-in, some kind of generic packing controller. This one at least comes with its own box and everything. Alright, so let's take a look. I guess this is the controller they want you to use with the device. And it's a PlayStation style controller. I call it PlayStation style because it has the dual analog sticks down here. If it was Xbox style, it would have it like this. And plus, you guys can already tell it's in the shape of a DualShock controller. So, yeah, it's a PlayStation style controller, not an Xbox style. Pretty much those are the main two styles, right? PS style or Xbox style. Okay, it's manual here, GameSir T3. This is a Bluetooth control, I'm guessing. Equipment layout. Power on off, how to charge. Yeah, micro USB. Yeah, well, I guess that's what that's the thing with these these cheaper devices, right? They're gonna have micro USB. And it has a USB receiver, so you don't have to use Bluetooth. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I don't want to, like, Bluetooth is usually very finicky, so if you have a USB receiver, that's better. And you can use it with the Android TV box as well. So technically I can use this with my NVIDIA Shield if I wanted to, because that's my Android TV box. But yeah, also it has a USB-A to micro USB, because that's what it charges with, is micro USB. That comes with a USB receiver here, so you can just plug it in and not have to use the Bluetooth. That's really good, because I don't like to use Bluetooth if I don't have to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all it comes with on the box. And this is the controller itself. The GameSir. This is the GameSir T3. Yeah, T3 wireless controller. Very basic D-pad that feels kind of mushy here. Doesn't feel that good quality. Yeah, this is it's hard to kind of tell the face buttons because they don't have any. They don't have icons, and the YXAB letters here are the same color as the buttons, so I kind of like squint sometimes. But yeah, basic face buttons here, and you have your trigger buttons here, L1, L2, R1, and R2, which feel pretty cheap to me. Then you have your micro USB charging right here. You have your dual analog sticks. I doubt these are going to be Hall effect. These are probably going to have joy drift, but whatever. Yeah, it's gonna have stick drift, I'm sure, because these are probably not Hall effect. The whole thing feels pretty cheap. Select right here, start, and turbo button, which is interesting. Don't usually see turbo buttons on these kind of controllers, but this one's turbo and a clear button. I'm not sure what that does either. Also has this kind of home button right here. Again, not sure what this does, but maybe it brings us back to the main menu on the Kinhank. Maybe this is designed to work with a Kinhank. I don't know. I mean, in theory, this works with anything. I guess I can plug this into my NVIDIA Shield and it will work, but yeah, I should use this with the Kinhank. I guess that's what it's designed for. I mean, considering that Kinhank bundled in this controller with the console, so it expects us to use this controller. And yep. I don't really know too much about this company, but it actually has a website, gamester.hk. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, it's at least respectable because it's an actual company you can find the website of, right? It's not some no-name AliExpress stuff or something that was bundled into some no-name controller that was bundled in, like the retro game stick I reviewed before. So this actually has a brand on it. You can actually go to the website. It actually has its own box. So I'm guessing it is actually sold separately somewhere. So I'm guessing this controller could be okay. And it might not actually be totally trash. So we'll see. You know, given the fact that, you know, it seems like they can actually sell it separately. So I guess it can't be that bad, right? At worst, it could be like a Mad Catz controller, right? At worst. Yeah, Mad Catz is pretty bad, but they did sell a whole bunch of controllers, so we'll see. Yeah, so anyways, let's get back to the main system here. The Kinhank was X5 Pro. Yeah, they make a whole bunch of these consoles, by the way. This is just one of them. This is one of their newest ones. It just came out like a few months ago or sometime earlier this year it came out. But they make a whole bunch of different consoles. You guys can check out on the Kinhank website. Yeah, they have so many different consoles. So I just chose one of the latest ones. And also one of the most expensive ones because I was curious, you know, what do you get for this money? Alright, so I'm guessing this is the console itself. And then, what's this here? Super Console X5 Pro. It looks almost like yeah, it is trying to be like an Android TV box here, like kind of like an NVIDIA Shield or something. I can already tell. It's a bit thicker. I guess it can also pass for like an Intel NUC device, like one of those Intel mini PCs. Could also be something like that, which by the way, Kinhank also does sell mini PCs, like fully fledged Windows systems. They sell like this Mac Mini type of device as well. That runs Windows. They sell a bunch of x86 like Windows devices as well. So it's not just these Android Linux type devices. So they sell a whole bunch of different devices. Yeah, I think I know how to connect this thing, right? I'll just use my portable display with this. I'm too lazy to set it up on my TV. I have to actually, you know, take a lot of stuff out to set up on my TV. So I'll just use a portable monitor with this to test it out. Okay, what do you get here? You get a, this is a pretty generic remote here. Actually, this is the type of remote you would get in a, this is the type of remote you get in a typical Android TV set-top box, right? I forget which ones came with this, but yeah, this type of thing you would see in a Roku or something like that. Like a Android TV set-top box. You have the power, the Google Assistant button is right here. Apps, settings, navigation, home, back, forget what this is, mute, yeah, volume, channel selection, I guess, channel selection, YouTube, Google Play, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. Okay, yeah, this is the same kind of remote you would get in the Android TV set-top box. Well, I can tell it's not too old because it has Disney Plus on it, but yeah, this is something you would get on a Roku or Amazon Prime TV, you know, something like that. Oh, it even comes with this USB, this USB dongle thing. Okay. Anyways, that was in the battery compartment. So I guess this could be it's not just a gaming device. It's basically like an NVIDIA Shield, if you guys know what that is. It's basically like an Android TV box, so you can do a lot more than just play games on it. You can watch your Netflix, watch your YouTube, watch your Amazon Prime and Disney Plus on it. Okay, we got your SATA connectors here. Okay, so yeah, I was wondering like, oh, how am I going to connect this hard drive to it? Yep, it comes with a SATA connector cable, so I'm going to use that. And then this is the AC adapter the power adapter for the device right here, using standard barrel jack here. So there's that, and then you have a cable here, which is an HDMI cable. Okay, so it's actually an 8K cable. Interesting. So 8K HDMI cable, full size to full size, of course. Yeah, 8K HDMI cable. Okay, I wonder if there's anything like, do you actually need to buy a separate cable for 8K? I haven't done the research for this yet. I mean, I know there's certain standards of HDMI, like HDMI 2, 2.1, 2.2. I know there's sometimes you might need to have a different HDMI cable, but do you actually need one to carry 8K signals? That I'm not sure. Yeah, so, but anyways, like they do have one that's actually labeled HK, so I guess you should be fine if you have an 8K TV, which I don't. So it's interesting. Again, I'll have to do more research on whether you need a separate HDMI cable or not for that, like a special HDMI cable just to carry 8K. I know you need different ones for HDMI, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2 or something. Okay, let's take a look at the actual console. So this is what it looks like. It's fairly light. It doesn't weigh a lot. And yeah, that's because it doesn't have a hard drive inside of it, right? I had to connect this like separately. Okay, so let's take a look. So here, 8K Ultra HD, AI P0, whatever that means. HDR10, HHD. Don't know what that means. What is this thing here? It looks like you can... Nope, there's nothing you can do here. Huh, it almost looks like it's a flap that you can use or something. Nope. Okay, there's some grills there. Okay, on the left side here, you get 4 USB ports, and it looks like 3 of them are USB 3 and one of them is USB 2. Is that right? Is that why this one's not blue? It looks like you have 3 USB 3 ports and 1 USB 2 port here. You have a micro SD card, which is not used. Yeah, it says it comes with 64 gigs of built-in storage, but we have a 4 terabyte external hard drive here anyway, so that doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, that's what you have on the left side here, and then on the right side you have the SATA connector, which is what I'll use to connect the external hard drive. And it looks like this is a custom-made box, then, if that's the case, right? Yeah, very interesting. I've never seen a device where like an Android TV set-top box, for example, right? It's about the size of one of those, like a Roku box, Amazon Fire TV, NVIDIA Shield, Apple TV, that kind of thing. I've never seen one where it has a dedicated SATA connector on one side. SATA 3.0. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, pretty unique to this device, I think. Or I guess other Kinhank devices will have something like this too. But yeah, the first time I've seen a device with a dedicated SATA connector port just on one side. It's gonna look pretty ugly too. You're just gonna have like a cable connected to this. Essentially, you're just gonna have this. I'll probably just put it down here, or yeah, I'll probably put it down here, I'm guessing, because this needs some space for the heat. Yeah, it's gonna be something like this, and you have a cable connecting here to here. Really weird, right? Normally you will have the hard drive inside of this thing, but yeah, in most consumer devices, you have the hard drive baked into the device, not connected externally like this, like with like an umbilical cord. So yeah, it's interesting. Then on the back, you have all the connectors here. You have the on-off power button. You have the Ethernet jack, RJ45. You have a Type-C cable with DisplayPort capabilities, not Thunderbolt, but DisplayPort capabilities. Optical out, HDMI out, and audio out, and DC input. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can connect this to a soundbar if you use this optical or a receiver, and 2.1. That's not the latest, but yeah, that's what it uses here, which is interesting, right? This, yeah, 8K, huh? I would think it would be a higher HDMI standard, but maybe 2.2 or something. Yep, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll have to hook it up to my external monitor and see. Yeah, I'll have to connect this hard drive with the SATA connector, and it's gonna look something like this, I guess. You're gonna have one thing strapped to the other like this while it's running, and then I'm gonna hook this up to my portable monitor. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. I'm gonna test this out, and I'm gonna test it out with this controller as well. So stay tuned and find out what this thing is about. Alright, so now I have the Kinhank X5 Pro hooked up to my 4K TV. I don't have an 8K TV, but I do have a 4K TV. It's my LG OLED TV actually. And by default, this is the interface here, and I hooked up the controller to it as well. So I'm using the controller that they gave me, bundled in the other box here. This GameSir controller. So yeah, I have it just plugged into the USB port there. So that's what I'll be using for playing the games here. So yeah, this is what we see here. We have Ether, SX2, and Pegasus K. Pegasus K is the main, I guess, operating system, I guess, for running the different games here. So also we have different apps here. So Air Receiver, Aptoid TV, Chrome, Citra Dolphin Emulator, that's for GameCube. Disney Plus, Daishoujo Cleanup, Drastic, which is for Nintendo DS. Firefox, Xbox Game Pass, Happy Chick, whatever that is. Oh, Kodi for if you're viewing music videos. Videos and music, I should say. Nintendo 64 emulator, that's the Mupin. Media Center, MT Manager, Netflix, Google Play Store. The Panda Gamepad, which is for mapping the controllers, I guess. Nova Video Player. Another Netflix on here, I'm not sure how this one's different. And then you have SSPP, which is the PSP emulator. Amazon Prime Video, RetroArch, which is actually used for most of the emulators on the system. Settings, Skyline Edge, I'm not sure what that is. Wallpaper, Tubi, I don't know what that is. TikTok TV, Steam Link, SmartTube, I'm not sure, is that YouTube, I guess? Or no, it has YouTube here. Okay. So anyways, this is something similar to Android TV. I don't think it's exactly Android TV, but it's a similar kind of thing. So you can run any of that. You can change your wallpaper here. Settings here, which is a pretty similar interface to my NVIDIA Shield, which is running, it's running Android TV. So basically this is similar to Android TV here for the settings. So all in all, I would say this is fairly similar to Android TV. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same, or it's like a modified version of Android TV, but certainly I think it's pretty similar to Android TV. But anyways, let's get on with the main thing, which is this Pegasus operating system here. Let's boot it up. And yeah, this one does contain a lot of games. I'm not sure if it's over like 100,000 or something like they claim, but there certainly is a lot of games on this device here. It takes a while to load. I do have the console hooked up to the hard drive, of course. It's a near, and I checked the storage space of the hard drive. There's about 300 and something gigabytes free, which means that about 3.7 terabytes are being used. So yeah, there's about 300 gigs-ish free, and it's a 4 terabyte hard drive, which means you have roughly 3.7-ish terabytes of games on here, which is a lot. So yeah, they definitely fit a lot of games on here. I mean, for the price you're paying over $300 for this console, $350 US, for a system that essentially has free downloaded ROMs. So they better give you a lot of ROMs, right? And they do. So yeah, PlayStation 2 here, which is actually honestly pretty impressive, because yeah, I wasn't actually, maybe I was, but yeah, PlayStation 2, I'm not sure what emulator they use here exactly, but yeah, PlayStation 2 on here, and you have a decent amount of games. So yeah, this is basically the amount of games that you have on here. Still a pretty good amount of games here, and PlayStation 2 probably takes up the most amount of space on this hard drive, because each of these games is like a DVD, right? So it takes up like 8.5 gigabytes per game you're talking about, and there's a ton of games on here for PS2. Now, the thing about PS2 is I tried playing some of these games, and I don't know how to map the controllers, because it's not using RetroArch, it's using some kind of other emulation, and yeah, I can't seem to get my controllers working with it for some reason. But you have all your expected PS2 games, right? Gran Turismo 3 is on here. You have GTA, San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3. Some of your most popular, yeah, rock. You even have Guitar Hero 3. Some of the most popular PS2 games are on here and accounted for. And I think for the most part, pretty much any game that you can think of is going to be on the system, because there's just so many games on this system. Yeah, pretty much all the games that you would expect are on here. All your sports games, Marvel's Capcom 2, Max Payne 2, Mercenaries. Yep, it's a cool game. Metal Slug. Yeah, all your NBA games, NHL games. Let's see, Prince of Persia, Rayman, Resident Evil, SSX. Yep, even a lot of obscure games too, but definitely you have your expected games here. Soul Calibur, Spider-Man, Star Wars, Tekken 5, Tekken Tag Tournament. Yep. Ooh, even Sims 2 is on here. Tony Hawk, Underground. I used to play Underground 2 a lot actually back in the day. Yeah, so I mean you have pretty much most of your expected. Although PS2 has the biggest library out of any console, so of course they're not gonna have every PS2 game on here, but they do have the ones that you would expect, right? Yeah, so they do have a lot of the popular ones like God of War 2. Yeah, that's all on here. Like the popular ones are all on here. Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, 12. That's all on here. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors. My friend really loves Dynasty Warriors 3. He says that's the best Dynasty Warriors. That's all on here. Destroy All Humans is on here. Yeah, pretty much some of the best PS2 games are on here. But yeah, I can't figure out how do you like really set the controls on here. Like go to settings. Here, change controls. I think this is already all set though. This is just controls for navigation actually. Is that not actually changing the controls for the actual emulator? But see, when I go into the emulator itself, it's pretty hard to actually look at. Like, let me go into really good looking game, for example, is Soul Calibur 3. So let's go into Soul Calibur 3. So yeah, you see like these touch controls on the screen. And then, okay, so Ether SX2. Okay, so is this the emulator for PS2 here? Ether SX2. So yeah, no matter what button I'm pressing, and look, I'm pressing all the different buttons here, right? Even this menu button here is not working. I'm pressing all the face buttons here, all the start, select. I'm pressing every single button on this controller, and nothing is doing anything. And even the menu button's not working. So that's the one thing about the PS2 emulation. I'm not sure how to set my controls here. So you have a lot of good PS2 games I want to play, but unfortunately, I don't know how to set my controller here. Yeah. I don't know how to set my controller on here. Like, it's unfortunate because I really do want to play some of these PS2 games, but yeah, I'm pressing every single button on this controller and nothing is working. So, yeah, I don't know how to set the controls for this game. Like, they should give you an option to set up the emulator, right? But don't see any way to set up the emulator here. We can watch the cutscene though. This is a pretty nice cutscene from Soul Calibur 2. One of the best looking PS2 games. And Soul Calibur has always been good looking, so. Soul Calibur 3. But see, look, it has like all the controls up on the screen as if it's a touchscreen. Obviously, it's not a touchscreen. But Siegfried is being transformed into Nightmare, as goes the story of Soul Calibur, which actually doesn't make too much sense, but hey, it's a fighting game. That's Nightmare. Zalismiel, I think? Zasamel? I think that's his name. That's Kilik in Shanghua. Tira, I think, is her name. She's actually a new addition to this game. She appears later on in other games. I think her name is it Sasuna or something? Something like that. She's also a new character. That's Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi's a returning character. Sasuna's new, I think. That's Sophia? Or Cassandra. That's Cassandra and Sophia. Yeah. Cassandra and Sophia, sisters. Ivy is Cervantes. Two of the mainstays since Soul Edge, I believe. That's Taki and Voldo. That's Raphael. But yeah, it's too bad I can't play it. I can't play it because I don't know how to set the controls here in this emulator. Alright, so yeah, it's too bad. It starts by default on the PS2 tab, but we can't really play any PS2 games, unfortunately. We can take a look at all the other systems. Okay, PSP. Decent amount of PSP games. I think it's going to use PP, right? So let's see what game's good to play here. A lot of PSP games. Corpse Party, interesting. There's like even like a lot of Japanese only games too. But Crisis Core, I know that one. Let's see. Dead or Alive Paradise. Oh man, I actually used to play that one quite a bit. Disgaea 2, After Darkness, Disgaea Infinite, Dissidia. Dungeons and Dragons Tactics. Interesting. Didn't know there was a tactical Dungeons and Dragons game. That's interesting. Let's see here. I want to just play games that I can do relatively quickly, right? I'm not going to play an RPG or something like that. It takes too long. God of War Chains of Olympus is good. Ghost of Sparta. The Vice City stories, Liberty City stories, that's all pretty good. Half Minute Hero. Let's see, what else is here? Oh yeah, Midnight Club, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, and Peace Walker. Never seen that JRPG. That's cool. NBA 2K10, 2K11, 2K12, 2K13 is all on here as well. That's cool. So I think PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 is probably the one that's going to look the best on this system. But PSP comes pretty close, I would say. Need for Speed Undercover Rivals, I've already done some of those ones. Oh, Phantasy Star Portable 2, yep, played that. Phantom Brave, I've played that on Switch actually. The remaster version. There's a Power Stone Collection, which is nice. Prince of Persia. Oh yes, there's Resistance as well. Ratchet and Clank. Persona, Shin Megami Tensei. Persona 1's on here. As well as Persona 2 Innocent Sin. As well as Persona 3 Portable. That's all good. Let's see what else. Star Ocean, Second Evolution. I guess if you can't get Star Ocean Remake, Second Evolution is good. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the OG Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's good. That's a good game. Let's see here. I didn't know actually they made that for PSP, but it is Tales of Eternia. Oh, I really love Tales of Eternia. That's Tales of Destiny 2, right? That's a really good game, JRPG. Oh, Tekken 6 is here. Let's see. Tony Hawk Underground 2 Remix. Nice. And Tomb Raider. The rebooted Tomb Raider is on here. Valkyrie Chronicles 2 and Valkyrie Profile. Those are both really good games. Ease, The Ark of Napishim, Oath of Elgana, that's a good one. And some Yu-Gi-Oh games here. Yep, there's a lot of good games here. Oh, Worms 2 is also on here, right? Open Warfare, yeah. Man, a lot of good games. Let's see, and Twisted Metal's on here as well. Yeah, I saw that. Twisted Metal had on. There is a lot of choices here. Let's see, let's go with, I'm actually going to try NBA 2K13. Yeah, let's go with that. This is like one of the latest games actually you can get on the system. This game came out in 2012. For a game for a console that's focused on so many retro games, 2012 is actually pretty recent. That's just 12 years ago. So you'll find most of the games here are going to be from the 90s. But yeah, there's, of course, the PS2 games are from the 2000s, but 2K13 is from the 2010s. It's from 2012. It's a fairly recent game. My favorite team. Let's go Lakers. Quick game. So let's see. I have LeBron on the Miami Heat, right?
Okay.
Drop it to the flow. Make that.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Steve Nash. Steve Nash is on the Lakers here. And Meta World Peace Gasol, but oh, that's actually a pretty good team the Lakers have. Yeah, 2012 Lakers. They had Steve Nash, Kobe, obviously.
The Lakers take the tip off and will set up the offense. To the right corner, to Bynum. Bynum. Defensive foul. Shooting 2.
Obviously the graphics,
The first.
I think the graphics for 2K13 should look better than this, but this is a PSP version. That's why it looks like this. I played 2K13 on the PS3, so the PS3 obviously looks better than this.
Bounces it to James.
Run.
To Bosch.
This box.
Gasol.
Paul Gasol. It's actually a pretty good matchup. Lakers have a whole bunch of Hall of Famers. That's what Kobe looks like. Oh my god. So Lakers have Kobe. They have Gasol. They have Meta World Peace. They have Nash. Those are all pretty good players. 3 of them are Hall of Famers. And the Heat obviously have 3 Hall of Famers. You got LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. LeBron James. Yeah. I mean, the graphics look blocky, but hey, that's the PSP here. When you play it on PS3, the graphics look, of course, better than this. That's the Nash. Oh my god.
About 4.5 minutes left in the first. Feeds it to Gasol.
Oh, Gasol. Kobe. Oh, Kobe. That's not what Kobe looks like. Oh my god. They did Kobe dirty with that. That's not what Kobe looks like.
Right corner to Wade. Tries to back out. Bosch.
That looks so different than Bosch. Oh my god, the graphics. Kind of pretend that they're the players.
Passes it to Gasol. Chalmers anticipating the pass. And Wade.
So the other thing is I press the button, the middle button here on the controller, it does nothing. This is supposed to be the menu button, right? It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't go back to the menu. So what I have to do here is...
Point separating the teams.
Yeah, so let's see.
Outlook pass to Gasol. Didn't realize that he was on the line.
That looks like Derrick Rose more, it looks like that. More like Melo World Peace. But anyways... yeah, how do I go back? Oh, here we go. Yeah, here, exit. So that's just PPSPP gold. No, silver actually, not even gold. Yep. So anyways, obviously it's using PPSPP because that's what everyone uses for PSP emulator. I had no idea Myst came out for PSP. Wow. Okay. So otherwise, I think PSP runs fairly well, I guess. I can play. Let's see. You see Vice City Stories on here?
Take a little time.
All right, let's get on bike. Yeah, Vice City Stories. Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oh. Guess I can take any car here.
I need this. Sorry.
Come get me, officer. Oh, it says 10 Newton. It's playing 10 Newton. Oh. Oh my god, no, of course it's gonna go on fire. It's gonna explode. There we go. I know some people. What is this? Like on an airport? I'm going to some kind of airport here, I think. Yeah. What I love about GTA is that, yeah, you can just freely roam around like this. This is the open world game par excellence. So everyone, when they make open world games, are going to be compared to GTA. So yeah, anyways, obviously PSP works pretty well. I mean, it even works well in handhelds, so there's no reason why it shouldn't work well here. Yeah, okay, and we can exit there. Alright, so let's go through the other system. PSP Minis. Now, I don't know what PSP Minis are, but they're PSP Minis as well. Then we also got PlayStation 1, and there's a ton of PlayStation 1 games, so of course there's going to be a ton here. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, I am most PS1 games. PS1 is like the GOAT console for JRPGs. So many good JRPGs here. Let's see. We got Breath of Fire 3 and 4. Those are two of my favorites. Brigandine's on here. That's a very underrated JRPG. What else is on here? Chrono Cross. Yeah. And they show you like a little preview there, which is nice as well. I like the interface here. I mean, it shows you the box art, shows you a little preview of the game. It's pretty nice. Crash Bandicoot. Okay. Crusaders of Might and Magic. Yeah, I played that one too. Destruction Derby. What else is here? Oh, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. Oh, Dragon Velour, Dragon Warrior, also known as Dragon Quest. Let's see. Final Fantasy, you got a Final FF9, FF7, FF8's all on here, of course. Jex the Gecko. Gran Turismo 1 and 2. Grandia. Heart of Darkness, interesting. Yeah, some are well-known games, some are not so well-known, but they're all on here. Kingsfield, that's actually a early FromSoft game that's on here. Kodelka, that's a horror RPG. Pretty underrated though, but not bad. Lunar 1's on here. I think Lunar 2 should also be on here as well, right? Might see Lunar 2 later on. Let's see, Monster Rancher, yeah. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. NBA Live. Let's see here. Pajama Sam? Man, even that's on PlayStation. Persona 2. Okay, that's Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. Okay. Police Knots is on here. It's translated too. That's awesome. Not realized that. Even Police Knots is on here. That's awesome. Railroad Tycoon Rampage. So much is on here. Riven. Oh man. Sequel to Myst. That's a good game. SimCity 2000. So many games here. South Park. Spyro the Dragon, obviously gotta have that. Star Ocean 2 is on here. But you have also Star Ocean 2 on PSP as well, and the PSP version I think is better because it adds some extra animated cutscenes. Yep. Street Fighter Collections on here. Suikoden 2, this is one of the best JRPGs on the system. Suikoden 2 is awesome. Syndicate Wars. Tactics Ogre. Tales of Destiny 2. Tales of Eternia, that's good. Well, Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. Yep. Legend of Dragoon. That's a classic. Let's see. Wait, they have Warcraft? No idea Warcraft 2 was on PS1. That's cool. Worms Armageddon, that's a good game. Oh, Worms World Party, that's a good game. Love Worms World Party. Okay, I'm gonna go back to, I was really shocked they have a translated version of Police Knots on here. Let's play that. For a bit, anyways. Police Knots, you know, that's a game that requires a long time to play, but, wow, I had no idea Police Knots. A translated version is on there. Police Knots was never officially released in the West, so the only translated versions are like fan translations, so basically they had to get a fan translation for this game up on here because Police Knots was never officially translated. So that's pretty funny, pretty fun actually that they got the fan translated version of Police Knots here. That's cool. Wait, I thought this was translated. It says it's translated, right? Huh. Well, let's see. It says it was translated, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's not translated. Oh, okay, I thought this was translated. Okay, that's too bad. Okay, so this is RetroArch. So I'll just quit RetroArch here. I thought that was translated. Unfortunate. I thought Police Knots was translated. Okay. Well, let's go with... Yeah, let's go with another one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games, which is... Oh, they have Soul Blade here as well, which is basically Soul Edge. Same game. Yeah, Suikoden 2. What a classic. What an amazing intro. PlayStation intro still brings chills. What an amazing sounding intro. Konami. I think this game is getting an HD remaster soon. I'm just gonna play a short bit. And yeah, all the splash images you see, like all the frame, like the stuff around the 4:3 aspect ratio, right? That kind of wallpaper is made by Kinhank, so that's a custom thing they added for RetroArch. Like normally if you get a RetroArch, you won't, because it's letterboxed, right? You won't get this kind of custom wallpaper around the letterboxing. That's something that Kinhank added. So that's pretty cool, it's a nice touch. You changed already, you're sure in a hurry. Me too. Oh, let's go outside. Joey. Joey joined my party at level 2. Alright, let's go outside. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Huh. What if I try to get out? What if I don't go to sleep? I disobey the captain's orders. Because I'm a rebel like that. Huh. Alright, formation. I can change my formation. Yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna play too much of this because like this is an RPG that will take hours and hours to finish. But it's really cool, you know, like PlayStation. I just want to like test out, you know, some PlayStation 1 games here and all the systems. I should just test out all the games on all the systems here, right? Just to make sure that they're working order and stuff. And of course, PlayStation. I think they're using Swan Station or probably Swan Station. And if it's Swan Station, it works pretty well. So yeah, it should be fine. Oh man, they're having an argument. Alright, yeah, just want to test out some PlayStation games, and I just test out every system, actually. That's all I really wanted to do. So anyway, Suikoden 2 obviously works really well here. No issues. But there's so many games here, right? So just pick one. Sega Saturn's on here, which is surprising almost because Sega Saturn is a very hard console to emulate. So that's almost a surprising thing, but it's nice that Sega Saturn is on here with a decent selection of games too. So I just wonder how the emulation is like on Sega Saturn, because like when I do Sega Saturn playthroughs on my YouTube channel, it's usually been pretty hard to emulate. Like some games just don't really work at all. Let's see, so Dragon Ball Z. Let's see, Panzer Dragoon Saga should be on here, right? Yeah. Now that's one of the best RPGs on this system. In this era, I guess. Quake is here. Okay, Riven's here as well. Some cities also on here. Shining Force 3 is on here, right? Yeah, Shining Force 3 is only on the Saturn. Shining Wisdom as well. Sonic R, Sonic Jam, Sonic 3D Blast. Huh, did not know Sonic 3D Blast was on Saturn. I thought that was only a Genesis. Okay. Collection, let's see. Vampire Savior, yep. Warcraft 2 is on Saturn? I had no idea. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite Saturn games, Albert Odyssey, which I'm very happy to see on this system. Albert Odyssey is such a good game, and it's this version. Yeah, this is only a Saturn, which is unfortunate because it's such a great RPG, and kind of a sad thing that was only on Saturn. Never been re-released. And I'm impressed actually if this console can run it, if this emulator can run it. I'd be surprised because Saturn games, yeah, they're not easy to run. But I'll play Legend of Adean. Yeah, such an underrated RPG.
Many years have passed since Albert left his heroic mark on history, and the peace that once was is no more. Goblins pillage the land, claiming countless innocent souls, and now murderous roaming bands have set their ruinous sights on the village of Carnate.
The roof is on fire. We can't stay inside or we'll be burned alive.
But if we go outside, the goblins will surely slay us all.
That's cool that it has voice acting, full voice
I'm
acting.
sorry,
Here.
Cirrus. I did not want to use you in this foul.
I don't think when I played, yeah, actually when I played it on my emulator, I don't think I got this voice acting. So this is actually a better emulator than I played through on my video before. That's pretty cool.
Shh. Don't cry, little one. Your father will protect us.
Maria, we have to go now.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
That's really cool. It's full voice acting. The emulator I used for Saturn did not have this actually.
Look out.
So it has full voice acting on this emulator. So this is a pretty good Saturn emulator that they're using here.
Curse their vile goblin hides. Maria, this way. Follow me. This is impossible. They're everywhere.
It's hopeless. We're short of Careful.
Cirrus!
I'm ready. Let's go.
He's gonna get defeated. No. That's my father.
No. Ah!
Oh no, my mother too.
Master, I failed you, but I shall not fail the child.
So the angel comes to rescue me. Now the dialogue in this game is one of my favorites, so it'll be pretty interesting to hear all the voice acting for the dialogue in this game, because the dialogue in this game is pretty funny.
Still alive. And what's that? A sword? It must have belonged Perhaps Fontaine will have a use for it. Everyone, come! Look what I found in Carney.
Seasons came and went, 40 in all. In that time, the child Lyra rescued grew to young manhood.
Serious. Pike. Hey, Pike. Yeah. See, this is a... I love the dialogue in this game. It's so funny. Oh, man. Yeah, so you have a talking sword. Right, I have to equip him. Fine, I'll equip you. I have like a little snide talking sword there. Leia. Man, the emulation for this game in Saturn is amazing. Probably the best emulation I've seen for a Saturn game. I mean, for Saturn in general, because yeah, Saturn's not easy to emulate, and I've always had issues emulating Saturn games. Like even this one when I did my playthrough, so it's really impressive. This one is emulating it quite perfectly. No issues. Like music, sound, frame rate, everything is really nicely done. I think the guard at the end has like a crush on Leia, yeah, him. If you don't mind, I prefer you went with Leia. I live just to get a peek of her. Man, she's a hottie plus. And so funny. Yeah, I knew he had a thing for Leia. Oh, man. Good stuff. Anyways, I'm not going to play this game for too long, but I'm really impressed by this emulation. This is a good Saturn emulator. I don't know what they're using. Yabu Sensure or something, or Yabuse or something. I don't know what they're using, but it's probably the best Saturn emulation I've seen. There's no issues at all with it. So, ooh, Alien Trilogy. That's on this. I didn't know that was for the Saturn as well. Huh, interesting. Anyways, yep, that was Saturn. Pretty impressive emulations. Let's try Sega 32X here. It's not too much 32X. Let's see here. Let's go with Doom here. Classic. The 32X version of Doom. Alright. Alright. The music is a little bit messed up, but the frame rate is fine. It runs pretty solidly. This is probably one of the better Doom ports at the time. Obviously, it's still better to play on PC, but one of the better Doom ports, I think. Never get tired of playing Doom. What a classic. Yeah, the music is a little bit off. The music is a little bit off, but it runs pretty well. Oh, whoops. So yeah, probably should pick this up. Yeah, anyways, 32x simulation seems fine. It's just this version of Doom, the music is a little bit weird, but otherwise, yeah, that's fine. See the exploding barrel go. There we go. Alright, so that's 32x. Let's go Sega CD. Dune. Oh man, Dune 1's one of my favorite Sega CD games. Really, really cool. It's like an adventure game. Dungeon Explorer, Eternal Champions. Let's see. Ooh, has Lunar the Silver Stars here. That's one of my favorite JRPGs too. Snatcher's on here. That's an amazing game. One of my favorite Kojima games. Okay, let's go with, and of course Sonic CD, you gotta have that. Let's go Snatcher here. This was only ever released as Sega CD on the West, in the West. Put CD-ROM here. Play that, there we go. Too bad this game was never re-released. And I think this game, Police Knots, really should be re-released. Because this game, Police Knots, are two of my Kojima favorites. Like, Kojima made a lot of good games, like Metal Gear Solid and stuff, but I personally really like Snatcher and Police Knots the best. His first two games, I think. I actually like those the best. Whoops. Junker Headquarters. Junker Headquarters, yeah. This one's voice acting, so. Act 1, Snatch. If you're a Snatcher, you gotta have a Snatch. Okay, Mika. Okay, well, let me talk to you a little bit more then, Mika.
I'm Gillian Seed. I've been assigned to Junker Headquarters effective today.
Oh, you're Mr. C. Please forgive me. My name is Mika Slayton. I'm the administrative assistant and operator here at Junker Headquarters. Very pleased to meet you.
Let's look at Mika. You're really pretty. Okay, investigate. Mika. She's protected by a shield. It's too bad I can't get in there. She's truly gorgeous. Tell me a bit about yourself. Isn't that a bit forward, Mr. C? You're very smooth, the ladies. Alright, now we can enter after we tell a bit about yourself.
Gillian's fine. You can call me Gillian, Mika.
Okay, Gillian. I'll open the main door and show you around headquarters. Oh, that's right. The chief told me to bring you down as soon as you showed up.
The chief?
Yes, our big boss here at Junker headquarters. That's his office right over there. Chief Cunningham, Gillian Seed is here. I brought him in as you requested.
Thanks for coming, Seed. I'm Benson Cunningham, the Chief of Junker Operations.
Gillian Seed. I've been transferred here from the 17th Special Forces Division.
I've heard all about your special training in the military, Seed. I hope you'll put it to good use on your new assignment here. By the way, I understand you're suffering from amnesia. Any sign yet that your memory's coming back?
I'm afraid not. I still can't remember a thing from before the Army picked me up 3 years ago.
You're married, aren't you?
Yes, but we're separated now. She has amnesia as well, and without any memories between the two of us, I'm afraid there was very little to base a good relationship on.
I can see your point there.
Yeah, both have amnesia. Yeah, anyways, Snatcher. Right, I just wanted to check out some Sega CD game. It runs pretty well. No issues there. I'm glad that they have, yeah, they have a lot of cool games on this console. Snatcher just being one of them. Shining Force CD, that's another really good one. Yeah. Let's see. I actually do want to check out Dune for a bit. Dune's a really cool game. The original Dune.
In the It's a dry, desolate planet with vast... You are Paul Atreides, son of Duke Leto Atreides. The Harkonnens, longtime enemies of your family. But the Emperor of the Universe has just allowed you and the Atreides family to go on Dune 2. You are determined to use this opportunity to drive... The story be...
Yeah, so the original Dune game is like an adventure game, unlike the other Dune games. The other Dune games are usually real-time strategy games, but the original Dune game is special because it's an adventure game, which is really cool. Duke Leto Atreides.
I am the Duke Leto Atreides.
And a full voice acting too, which is really cool.
My son, we must mine the spice as soon as possible. No, I have to stay here. No, I have to stay here. No.
Mixer panel. Oh, okay, yeah, you can music. Oh yeah, so this has some strategy elements to it, but it's really a combination of adventure and strategy. So it's a really cool, interesting perspective here. So I can go up here. Now look at mirror. Very, very cool. Jessica.
I'm your mother, Jessica. I'm your mother, Jessica. I don't think I need to be at your side.
Okay, yeah, just want to check out the very first Dune game is really cool. Okay, it's cool that they have it on here too. Okay, SG-1000. This is basically the first Sega console. before the Sega Master System. It's very basic, so I'm not going to check out too much of this stuff. These are very basic games from the SG-1000. Now, Super Nintendo is, yeah, this is a pretty core system right here. A lot of good games on SNES, of course. Let's just check out some of what they have. Let's see, yeah, they got your pretty standard stuff that you might expect. A lot of good games here. So, let's see what they got. Let's do. Dracula X. Huh, that's cool. Clock Tower. Now this is cool. They have Clock Tower. I wonder if it's a translated version because the original Clock Tower for SNES never came out for the West officially. So I wonder if that's a translated version. Contra 3, of course. Doom, of course. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. You gotta have that. They have oh yeah, this Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden series. I bet. Earthbound, classic. Final Fantasy 4 essentially, and Final Fantasy 6 is on here. Gotta have that. Final Fight 2, Final Fight 3, all on here. Let's see what else. Oh, Illusion of Gaia. That's a good game. They definitely are missing a lot of Super Nintendo games. Not as much as I expected. There's Mega Man 7, Mega Man Soccer, X, X2, X3. These are all classics. Especially Mega Man X. Let's see. Yep. Primal Rage. Yep. R-Type Raiden. Yep. Yep. Gotta have all that. Rockman and Forte. Romance of Three Kingdoms. So the Romance of Three Kingdoms 2, 3. Yeah, I think those are the ones. Run Saber. That's a good one. Sailor Moon. They have a beat 'em up Sailor Moon, right? Yeah, the Sailor Moon beat 'em ups on this game. Pretty cool. Shaq Fu. Even Shaq Fu is on this game. Simant. Sim City for Super Nintendo. That's cool. Sim City 2000 is on this game as well. Sim Earth. That's all pretty cool. Soul Blazer. Space Invaders. Got that. Star Fox. Yep. Super Mario Kart, All Stars, yep. Super Mario World, Super Mario RPG, of course you gotta have these. Super Metroid, all classics. Let's see. Oh my god, the LJN WWF games. Wayne's World, Party Time, excellent. Warlock, okay, interesting. Haven't played that one. Wolfenstein 3D, yeah. Okay, they are definitely missing some games here. Did they have Chrono Trigger? I don't know if I saw Chrono Trigger. If they don't have Chrono Trigger, then that's a huge miss. They have to have Chrono Trigger here, right? Yeah, of course they have Chrono Trigger, yeah. I was like, that would be a huge miss if they didn't have Chrono Trigger. Obviously, they have to have that here. I'm just curious about Clock Tower. Is this the translated version? It says translated English, right? Because this was never officially released in the West, so I'm curious. Okay, it's looking good so far. This is pretty cool. The realistic looking graphics in the cutscenes here for Super Nintendo. That's pretty cool. Yep, this is the original clock tower, but it's really cool. It's translated. They have the translated version here. Yeah, it's just a fan translation because, yeah, the original game never had an official translation. Really cool. Okay, let's see. Now I can actually walk around, right? Talk to people. So let's go over here. Yep. Okay, what else? Let's see. Talk to her. Okay. Talk to him. Yeah, she walks slowly. So the thing is, eventually, you'll hear like a scream or something come from the kitchen, and then when you come back, no, everyone's missing. Alright, of course I can't leave, right? Yeah, locked. Okay, now try to go back. Try to cure it. Yeah, at some point I'll hear a scream from the kitchen. I think if I go over here. So if I go over here, I don't know how to... I forget how I triggered it. But you gotta walk somewhere to trigger that. Yeah. Anyways, Super Nintendo obviously works very well. There's no issues there. And of course you can always go to the classic Chrono Trigger. Such a classic game. this intro so well. Open the curtains. Go to the Millennial Fair. I think there's some sort of CRT filter applied because it looks more pixelated than normal, and I think that's like some sort of CRT filter that's been applied here, which is pretty cool. Luca. Yeah. Yeah, definitely some sort of CRT filters applied. Marl. Hi, Marl. Okay. I have to get it for her, and then give it to her. No. Okay, just give it back to her. Otherwise, the story can't progress. Sorry. Oh, come on. It only... Okay, you have to say. That's tomorrow. No, music in this game is so good. You're such a pig, Chrono. Okay, staccato. Yeah, sing me your song, get me my points. Ding! Okay, there we go. Oh, alright. Oh, the music doesn't even stop when you pause it. Anyways, what a classic game Chrono Trigger is. Let's see. It deserves one of those 3D, 2D remakes, like Star Ocean 2 did. Okay, Super Graphics. I think this is TurboGrafx 16. Yeah, Super Graphics, just like TurboGrafx 16 here. Let's see what we got here. This is Pocky and Rocky. Yeah. So TurboGrafx doesn't have too many games that most people would know. It's a very Japanese console, mostly popular in Japan. So TurboGrafx wasn't so popular in North America. Let's see, what games would be interesting here. This Splatterhouse. Let's try this game. Never seen this game before. Newtopia 2, okay. Oh, well, it's in English, so... Or is this a no, it's a Japanese game. It's not been translated. What the heck? I start out with a boss battle? What kind of game do you start off with a boss battle? What the heck? Okay, that was a nightmare, I guess? You start out with a boss battle in a nightmare? Oh, man. Oh, it's too bad it's not translated. Can't read any of this. It seems like an interesting game, though. But it's not translated, though. Newtopia 2, interesting. Talk to her? Nope. apparently live in a cave. Open the chest. Why can't you open the chest? Oh my god, okay. Anyways, that's TurboGrafx. Don't know too much about that one. It even has a Nintendo Switch. So that's the interesting thing, right? This one even has Nintendo Switch games, which is but the only Nintendo Switch game it has is Contra Anniversary Collection. I'm not sure why. This is the only Nintendo Switch game it has, but that's the only one it has here. Unfortunate, right? Because Contra you can already play on so many other platforms here. So not really useful to have it here as the only Switch game. But it's cool they have a Switch emulator. That's the only one it has. Oh, this is TurboGrafx 16. So I guess Super Graphics is something else. Then there's the TurboGrafx. Maybe that's the predecessor to TurboGrafx 16 is Super Graphics. So this is TurboGrafx 16. Again, not many titles most people would know. Let's see. Yeah, because this is mostly Japanese console. It's like popular in Japan. Legendary Axe. I wonder if that's similar to Golden Axe. No. Yep. Well, it has, this one has Newtopia 2 as well. And I wonder if this is this the same game? Is this the same game as the Super Graphics one? I mean, and it's still going to be untranslated? Oh no, this one looks like it's translated. Okay. So this one is the translated version, the one on TurboGrafx 16. Okay. So at least maybe we can figure out what's going on this time. So that was his father, okay. Hudson. The father's trying to communicate. Okay, well it's cool this one is actually in English, so I can understand what's going on. Can't talk to her again. So is this the same? So TurboGrafx and Super Graphics, is that the same system then? I wonder why they have it in different places here. They're both in different tabs on this console, but it seems like they're the same system. Do you wish to use the file cabinet? Okay. Whoops. Accidentally selected no. Guess I'll be continuing. Sure. Yeah, password system, because back then the consoles didn't really have a battery, so I guess it wasn't saving. Like, yeah, back then consoles didn't really have a battery like NES and stuff, so they had a password system instead of a save state. Okay. So this is an action RPG, I'm guessing, because I can freely attack like this. Seems like it's an action RPG. How come everyone lives in caves? Everyone lives in caves in this game. Yeah, look at this. Everyone lives in caves. Yo, buy this hero medicine. You can hold two. That's funny he says yo. That's so casual. Anyways, pretty interesting game. If I had more time, I would definitely check this one out. For TurboGrafx 16, Newtopia 2. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. TurboGrafx CD. Oh, this is an interesting system. I wonder what's on here. Fighting Street. Not Street Fighter. Fighting Street. I guess this is Street Fighter, though, right? Fighting Street. That's actually the first Street Fighter or something. Let's see, Lords of the Rising Sun. Loom is on here. That's cool. Didn't know Loom is on here. It's a point-click adventure. Might and Magic 3. Oh, that's classic. Prince of Persia. Oh, gotta love that. Let's see. TurboGrafx CD. Ys 3 is on here. So the Ys 1 and 2. Valis 3 is on here. Oh, Valis is cool. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna play Prince of Persia for the TurboGrafx CD. That's cool. By Jordan Mechner. Start. No, I think I know I can play Prince of Persia, but the graphics palette is so different from the DOS version. I'm so used to playing the DOS version of this game, but the graphics palette for TurboGrafx CD is so different. It's it almost looks like a totally different game just because of the color palette, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, the game design is exactly the same, but color palette looks totally different, so it looks like a totally different game. And the music. So the DOS version didn't actually have music, but yeah, this version has music, which is pretty cool. Oh shit. Oh my god. 59 minutes, okay, yeah. So there's a timer too. Oh, I can't get past that guy. I need the sword. Oh my god. I had to jump across that. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, there's a sword. Let's see if we can get close enough to it. This up. Oh yeah, there we go. Got a sword here. Oh, there should be a way to like walk slowly. I know if you walk slowly, then the spikes shouldn't hurt. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Yeah, there, walk slowly. Across there. Nothing else here, right? Okay. Anyways, Prince of Persia. That's it has music and everything, better colors than the DOS version. I think this is a better version than the DOS version I played before. I'm used to the DOS version, but yeah, that one has music, better colors and everything. That's pretty cool. Alright, Virtual Boy. Yeah, this even has Virtual Boy games. Not too many because there wasn't too many released, but yeah, even Virtual Boy's on here. Okay, let's go with my favorite Virtual Boy game, Virtual Boy Wario Land. It has some pseudo 3D graphical type effects, actually, which is pretty cool. Oh my god, it looks horrible. It's all in red. But hey, let's check it out. Virtual Boy Wario Land. Let's do it. Yeah. I got even better around here. Oh, shit. Damn it. What the heck? I lost both my hats? Right, I can jump to the background. That's the kind of special thing about Virtual Boy. Has this kind of pseudo 3D type of effect. It's trying to duplicate this 3D type of effect by having this background foreground thing, which is pretty cool actually. And yeah, died. Anyways, Virtual Boy is on here. I wouldn't play that for very long though. Yeah, Wii. So this is interesting. That's Wii games. So I wonder how it duplicates the motion sensors of the Wii, but it does have Wii games here. So Super Smash Brothers Brawl is on here. Has Mario, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. There's Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Sonic Colors. Yeah, DBZ, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Okay. New Super Mario Brothers. Mario Kart, Wii. So yeah, I wonder how it, Sonic Colors, Rayman Origins. Yeah, I wonder how it duplicates the motion controls here. I wonder. Well, let's try it. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Let's try it. Check it out. So yeah, this obviously doesn't come with any motion sensors. So I wonder how it duplicates that. Does it work here? I wonder if this works. Nope. See, I question whether or not these Wii games work. Yeah, I don't think I have the proper control set up. But anyways, it does have some Wii games. I don't think I have the proper control set up for this though. So it does have Wii games though. That's cool. Oh yeah, it has Twilight Princess as well, and Xenoblade Chronicles. That's cool. So it has Wii games, but I don't think I have the proper control setup for it. It's Wonder Swan, which is a Japanese-only handheld console. It has Wonder Swan Color as well, just similar to Game Boy Color, I'm guessing. Again, this is a Japanese-only console, so yeah, let's see here. Wonder Swan Color. Yeah, it's a lot of Japanese-only games here. So you see a lot of Japan, like very Japanese type titles like Gundam and Saint Seiya, stuff like that. Yeah, what's the adventure game? Static graph. Whoa, that looks pretty interesting actually. Of course, this is probably not going to be. Is it translated? No, it's not. I was like, yeah, because Wonder Swan never released in the West, so I don't think it'll be translated. Oh, it's too bad. I would love to read this kind of game and know what's happening. It seems like a visual novel, so it seems pretty cool. Wow, there was some English there. Have a nice day. I saw have a nice day there. It's too bad I can't understand what she's saying. It seems like a cool visual novel, though. I wish I knew what she was talking about. Sadly, I cannot read Japanese. Anyways, I see 2 cute anime girls. That's all I know. 3 cute anime girls. Oh man. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's too bad I can't understand them, but yeah, because this is a Japanese-only console, so unfortunately, I think most of this is going to be untranslated. But it's here. Okay, so next we have X68000, which is a Sharp console, I believe. Sharp X86000. I don't know too much about this console, but yeah, this is a console. Sharp X86000. It's on here. I don't know too much about it, but it seems like there's a lot of arcade-type titles on here. Yeah, but they seem pretty primitive to me. It doesn't seem like little Chinese dash. What is this? Yeah, these games seem pretty primitive. So I think the Sharp X8 68000 seems like a pretty basic console to me. I mean, of course it's going to have stuff like Tetris at least. Tetris has been ported everywhere, though. That's not too surprising. Okay, let's try something like that basic. Oh my God, what is this? Okay, I want to check this out just because these graphics look pretty funny. Okay, Sharp 68,000. Oh man. Now, I wish this has DOSBox. I don't think this has DOSBox, but it would be cool if this console had DOSBox as well. What is this system? Reset, quit, eject floppy. What is this? Okay, I'm afraid I don't know how to use this console, but it seems like it's more like a computer. X86,000, like a Commodore type thing. There's all games. Then we have, let's see, last played, favorites. Okay, we have 3DO. No, I didn't expect 3DO, but 3DO is on here as well. Don't have too many games, but I do have a few Street Fighter 2 Turbos on here. You have Samurai Showdown, Jex the Gecko, Flashback. Okay, let's try Jex the Gecko. 3DO. Okay, interesting. How good does it run 3DO games? I'm mostly used to playing Jex on PlayStation, so I wonder how it works on 3DO. Yeah, full motion video. Interesting. I don't think the Jex PS1 version has full motion video. So
Let's get it on!
okay. What's going on here? Use the D-pad, choose a remote. What remote? I don't think it's working for me. My D-pad is not working. It's not choosing any kind of remote. What do you mean choose a remote here? Okay, here we go. Can I go here? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I remember this being the first level.
Nice try, boys. Nice touch.
Yeah, I remember this being the first level of Jex. Now, does it run better than PlayStation? I'm not sure. Tail time. It's tail time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's tail time.
Yeah, it's tail time. That's his little catchphrase. It's tail time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's tail time.
What? I get hurt by those TVs too? Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, this is a 3DO. It doesn't play any better than PS1. It actually might be a little bit slower than PS1, but there's 3DO games there. 3DS. Now, 3DS is interesting. I didn't know that it also had a 3DS emulator, but it does. So yeah, we have 3DS games, and we have quite a few actually. Story of Seasons is on here. I actually had that actual game in real life. So Harvest Moon, Story Season, Trio of Towns. Let's see, what other cool games is on here. Cave Story 3D. I didn't know Cave Story had a 3D version. Castlevania, Lords of Shadows on here. You have Cookie Mama, Corpse Party, Super Smash Brothers for 3DS. What else we have here? Dragon Ball Fusions, Dragon Quest Monster, Dragon Quest 7, Dragon Quest 8. Dragon Quest 8 is really good. Fire Emblem Fates, Conquest, Fire Emblem Echoes, Fire Emblem Birthright, Fire Emblem Awakening. Awakening is probably one of my favorite Fire Emblem games. So, what else? I mean, it has a lot of, it has a pretty good selection of 3DS games, actually. Yep. Mario Sports, Metroid Samus Returns, yep. Super Mario Bros. 2. Oh, yeah, it's got a Pokemon X, Ultra Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, Pokemon Y. Yep, so it has all those, as you would expect. Mega Man Legacy Collection, I believe, is there. Shantae, Shovel Knight. Yep, pretty good selection. A lot of casual titles, of course, too, but, oh, Link Between Worlds, that's a good one. Yokai Watch. Is that Yokai Watch? Okay, I wonder if it has Yokai Watch 3, because Yokai Watch 3 is actually one of the hardest to find 3DS games. So, yeah, kind of surprised if it had that. But yeah, let's see. Let's go with, where's that Super Smash Brothers one I saw? Let's go with Super Smash Brothers 3DS. See how well this can emulate it. I'm surprised. I mean, I didn't know there was a 3DS emulator on here. I wonder how that works. Okay. Pretty cool. It works fine, it seems. Wait. Solo. Okay, I'm gonna go with, yeah, let's go with Sonic.
Sonic!
I'm impressed. 3DS emulation seems to be okay, actually.
Sonic Speed! Sonic Speed!
Look at this guy. that's pretty cool that it has this. Okay, okay, so that actually works. Yeah, that 3DS emulation is actually pretty good, pretty decent. I'm pretty impressed by that. Yeah, I didn't know that it had these 3DS games, so that's cool. Yeah, so the 3DS emulator is actually pretty impressive. I'm impressed by that. So it actually does run 3DS pretty well. Then I have, of course, Atari 2600, which are the most primitive types of games that you can have on here. And I'm betting they can have all the different Atari games, because Atari games take up almost no space at all. They're just very, very basic games. Let's see here. I wonder if they have Adventure 2. Adventure 2 would be interesting to play. I like Adventure 1, but Adventure 2 would be good to play too. Adventure, no, they don't have Adventure 2. They don't have Adventure 1. I mean, we could play Adventure 1. Alright. Alright, so get the key. Yeah, so you do have a CR, definitely some kind of filter on here, because I can see there's lines and stuff. Filter, attack dragon. There we go, and then get something here actually. Got the black key. I think it's over here. 1979 is when this game came out. Pretty crazy. That, get a magnet. Oh, what? Where'd the Green Dragon come from? Where did the Green Dragon come from? Here. Oops. Where am I? Am I stuck? I'm stuck. Anyways, Atari 2600. That's the most basic type of game you can ever have on here. Hard to think of something more basic than Atari 2600. Yeah, 5200 games as well, which are only slightly more advanced than 2600, honestly. Not too different than 2600, only slightly more advanced. Then you have 7800, which is more like an NES. So 7800 is when it becomes more like an NES. But yeah, even then, I don't think there's that many good 7800 games. Of course, let's play the original Donkey Kong for 7800. Oh man. This is a game originally from 1981, people. I'll get to the top. The first game that Mario appears in, by the way, is this game. This is the very first game that Mario ever appears in. And his name was actually Jumpman at this time. Okay, yeah, anyways. That is, those are obnoxious noises. Atari 7800 here. Oh, Joust. That's actually, oh, Joust. Yeah, take that. This used to be a crazy arcade game back in the day, boys. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, pretty basic games there. And then we have Jaguar. So Atari Jaguar only has a few games. Not many of them are good. I mean, it does have NBA Jam, so that's okay. Pitfall, Rayman has Rayman as well. I didn't know Rayman was on Jaguar, but Theme Park, that's on here too. Tempest is probably one of the best Jaguar games. Worms, Doom is on Jaguar as well. And Where Did You Learn to Fly is on here. And Bubsy's on Jaguar. Oh, Atari carts. Okay, well, of course we'll go with Alien vs. Predator, since that's the most famous Jaguar game. Alien vs. Predator. The only, well, there's other decent Jaguar games, but not a whole lot. But Alien vs. Predator is definitely one of the few decent ones here. Of course, I'm going to choose Alien here. Let's go, let's go. All right. So we got to close this door, I believe. There we go. In order to open this one. Pressurizing. Take that. Kill those Marines. This was actually one of the first-person shooters for a console, I think. It wasn't too many back then. 1994. Yeah. Airlock not in use. Okay, gotta close this, I guess. Not in use. What is this? I can use my tail whip as well. Huh. Yeah, Jaguar games run well enough, and by default, I'm just using the default controls. Seems to be okay. Because Jaguar had this really annoying controller, right? And the game really didn't need that many buttons. But yeah, it seems like it maps by default pretty fine. Yeah, I didn't put too much Jaguar, but yeah, Jaguar works fine. No issues. Lynx. Lynx is the handheld Atari console, and there's a few Lynx games. I haven't played too many of them, but probably I would think that if you have this system, there's better games to play than Lynx games. Now, Thomas Wave is some arcade type games, I believe. So Guilty Gear Asuka's here, Guilty Gear X version, Metal Slug 6, I mean, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, King of Fighters. Let's go with Guilty Gear Asuka for Thomas Wave. Actually, for the Sega Dreamcast. But Thomas Wave is just I think is a type of arcade machine that's associated with Sega games, I believe. This is the Arc System works. Guilty Gear, yeah. One of my favorite fighting game series. Guilty Gear. Unfortunately, I think I gotta map this properly, otherwise, yeah. So let's map this properly, because I need, for these arcade games, unfortunately, it doesn't map automatically well. So I have to go in RetroArch to map this stuff. B button, especially for the coin buttons. That's why I need to map it. Yep, and then select. Select is basically the coin button and start here. Yep, okay. There we go. Alright,
Please select your character!
Bridget. I'm actually pretty good at Bridget. No, Dizzy, I like Dizzy. Dizzy's one of my favorite characters. Look at these beautiful hand-drawn graphics.
Heaven or hell! Let's rock! Let's
Why is this facing
Dizzy wins. Perfect. Let's rock.
Okay, yeah. So that's Guilty Gear Isuka. ColecoVision is also on here, which is interesting. I don't think a television is, but ColecoVision is, and that's an Atari era system. Also pretty basic, but yeah, let's see what if we can find an okay ColecoVision game to play. Ooh, Star Wars is here. Tapper, I remember that one. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Centipede. But let's see. There's another one. Frogger. Frogger 2. Never played Frogger 2. Huh. James Bond 007. That's that game. It's only rock and roll. Huh. Jumpman Jr. This is like sequel to Jumpman. So is that Mario related? I wonder. Of course, you can have Blackjack on here. Montezuma's Revenge. Alright, let's check out this one. Parker Brothers. Okay, Montezuma's Revenge. What the heck, did I die? Can I go down the ladder? Only can go down the ladder. No, I die if I do that. What do I do here? Oh my god. Nope. I don't know how to play that. Let's try something simpler. Let's try that Frogger 2 one. This Frogger should be easy to play, right? Right. Now this Frogger 2 apparently is in the water. Oh my god. Yeah, oh shit. Oh no, oh shit. Okay, so get. Oh my god. Just because I missed the lily pad. Just because I missed the freaking lily pad. There's a swan there, okay. Oh my god, really? Anyways, Frogger. Frogger 2, actually. ColecoVision's here. Then you have Capcom Play System 1, CPS 1, which contains a lot of Capcom arcade games. So, let's see here. Obviously got Street Fighter, Punisher, Warriors of Fate, Falcon Power. Okay, let's go with Warriors of Fate here. It's a pretty good beat 'em up. Oh right, and I have to set the controls here. Actually, let's see. They have Capcom Play System 1, Play System 2 as well. So this is a little bit newer Capcom games. Street Fighter 0, Third Strike, Street Fighter 0, Vampire Savior, Darkstalkers, X-Men. Yeah, okay. And then you have Capcom Play System 3, which is JoJo's, Bizarre Adventure, Street Fighter 3, and Warzard, which is basically Red Earth. Okay. So yeah, you have those. Okay, let's just go with yeah, go with that Warriors of Fate as I planned before. But I have to set the controls here, because yeah, for these arcade games I have to reset the controls every time, which is annoying. Whoops. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that, and we zoom. Yeah, because I need to insert the coin stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna select Sabotage, I guess. Yeah, so this is Capcom System 1, which is basically an arcade system, similar to Thomas Wave, except this is for Capcom instead of Sega, I guess. Yeah, Warriors of Fate is a really nice beat 'em up. Really nice beat 'em up. Now my horse. Anyways, yeah, that's Capcom System 1 type of arcade system, and then we have Dreamcast. So Dreamcast, let's see, we have Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Okay, that's not that great of a game. Capcom versus SNK. We have Dead or Alive 2. That's a great looking game. Gauntlet. Grandia 2, that's a great game. Guilty Gear X. Marvel vs. Capcom. This is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I believe, which is a lot of people consider that the best Marvel vs. Capcom. You have some NBA games here. Hoops, NBA 2K2. It's nice. Let's see what else we got. Phantasy Star Online is here, but you can't play online. Power Stone 2, that's a great game. Project Justice, that's a great game too. Quake 3 Arena's on here. Roller Tycoon 2. I wonder if they have Unreal Tournament. Yeah. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Rush 2049, that's a nice racing game. Then you have Shenmue. That's a pretty groundbreaking game for the time, Shenmue. And Shenmue 2. Get both of those. Sonic Adventure, Skies of Arcadia is on here. One of the best RPGs for that era. You have Soul Calibur, of course. Let's see. Street Fighter 3. King of Fighters up to 2002. Yeah. Tomb Raider. I didn't know Tomb Raider was a Dreamcast, but you have that. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And Urban Chaos is on here. Virtua Fighter 3. Yep. Orange World Party. Okay, where's our Unreal Tournament? Yeah, here. Let's play some Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament for Dreamcast, yeah. Tournament, baby. Let's do it. Deathmatch. Alright. Oh man. I'm returning for Dreamcast. Seems to be, I'm just using default mapping. But I think it seems to be mapping working pretty well. The default mapping for Dreamcast. It's my alternate fire. Should be having alternate fire though. No ultimate fire mode. He had a rocket launcher. Oh, he had a shock rifle. Okay, I see. That's the secondary fire. I see. That's the secondary fire. Where are you? Oh shit. Yeah. White me. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, rocket launcher. Yeah, boy. Going down now. I haven't died yet. Hung, hung, hung. Where are you? Where are you? Anyways, Unreal Tournament. Dreamcast actually seems to be doing pretty well, and that's a fairly fast-paced game. So yeah, Dreamcast emulation is fine. Maps pretty well. Then we have this is Final Burn Neo. Final Burn Neo actually contains a lot of these arcade games. So wow, there's a shit ton of arcade games for Final Burn Neo here. And you might think it's just Neo Geo and SNK, but I think it has a lot of other stuff too. So you guys can take a look, but there is a ton of arcade games for Final Burn Neo here. I mean, yeah, there is just absolutely a ton. Let's see which one's good here. Just so many. Pretty much, if you're going to look for arcade games, then you just look at Final Burn Neo because there's just so many here. Let's see. For example, let's go with Samurai Showdown 3. Yeah, Samurai Showdown 3. Let's go with that. Trying to set my controls because this is for arcade. Okay. Whoops. Wait a minute. Load core. What do you mean? Why does it say load core here? Wait, what? Wasn't I trying to do a game here? Huh? What wasn't I in the game? What's going on there? I thought I was in the game. Oh, I guess that game doesn't work. I think that game wasn't working. Okay. Okay. I don't know why. That game wasn't working for some reason. Do I have to reset this? Nope, this is actually fine. Okay, good. girl here. Oops. Let's go. Love Samurai Showdown. It's one of my favorite SNK fighting games. It's the Japanese aesthetic in the background and the beautiful hand-drawn art. So amazing. Nice. Perfect. Oh my god. No, he's gone. Anyways, does that say Obama? Oh, that's funny. Oh my god, look at this cool background. Yeah, anyways, yeah, this is just one of many Final Burn Neo games. I think Final Burn Neo has like pretty much all the arcade games are here. There is a ton. Yeah, pretty much any arcade game you guys know of, Final Burn Neo will have it. So that's pretty much the collection of arcade games there. And then you have GameCube. So I wonder how good GameCube runs. This is all the GameCube games here. Let's see here. That's a good one. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That's one of my favorites. Let's see here. So a lot of sports games. Pokemon Channel. How could you even play that here? Colosseum. I think you need like a subscription or something for that. Prince of Persia. Resident Evil 2's on here, and 3 and 4. Yeah, of course you got Resident Evil 4 at least. That's one of the most famous Resident Evils and GameCube games. Sonic, Spyro. Let's see. Pro Skater 3 and 4. Underground 2. Yeah, I'm gonna go with right at the beginning here, 007 Nightfire. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite first-person shooter games of this time period. I had a lot of good memories with Nightfire. Okay, again, I think this is one of those ones where I had to set the controls manually. I don't think it's gonna work here. Yeah, my yeah. So basically, I have to set the control somewhere for this. But it's cool that it runs GameCube games. But I think I have to set these controls somewhere. I don't know where to set them out for now. But yeah, it runs GameCube games, and there's a lot of GameCube games here. Pretty decent amount, actually. So there's GameCube and Game Gear, which is the portable Genesis, essentially. So you have a decent selection of Game Gear games. I don't have any particular Game Gear game I really like, so yeah. But I think they're all here. They're like most Game Gear games are here, actually. Phantasy Star Adventure. I wonder what's that. Is this Japan? Is this translated? I think this was Japan only. So I think this must have been translated. No, it's not translated. No. Yeah, it's not translated. Yeah, unfortunate. So Phantasy Star Adventure, I think is Japanese only. Too bad. Yeah, oh wait, anyways, Game Gear is here as well. Obviously, you can emulate Game Gear and Game Boy, OG Game Boy, which means you have black and white. You have a decent selection of Game Boy games here as well. I'm not too into Game Boy because it's just way too low fidelity for me. It's kind of like playing an Atari game almost. Very low fidelity. Not that bad, but still, it's very low fidelity. Game Boy Advance, now that's where it's at. I love Game Boy Advance. So we got Advance Wars 2, one of my favorites. Let's see, what other good stuff that we have here. Probably have a lot of good Game Boy Advance games. Even Doom 2 actually for Game Boy Advance. I didn't know there's Doom 2 for Game Boy Advance. Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku, Duke Nukem Advance. That's actually one of my favorites. Final Fantasy, yep. You gotta have Final Fantasy 6 Advance, 5 Advance, Tactics Advance. Tactics Advance is actually one of my favorites. But you need a lot of time to play that one. Golden Sun, one of my favorites. 1 and 2 are both here. Yep, that's a great RPG. Let's see, what else is here? Mega Man Battle Network, some pretty good games here. You have all the way up to 5, 6, yeah. Battle Network, pretty much 1 through 6 are all on Game Boy Advance. And then Mega Man 0, Metroid Slug Advance, Monster Ranch here. Mother 3 is on here. I think this must be the translated version, right? Because Mother 3 was never officially released in the West. Very good game, though. Love it. And I love its inclusion here. Yeah. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. That's all in here. Let's see what else. Sonic Advance. You gotta have Sonic Advance, right? Yeah. That's all in here. Man, that's a lot. Okay. Then Yu-Gi-Oh games. Okay. I used to play a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh. World Championship Tournament 2006. I used to play that one a lot. Okay. Yep, that's a pretty good selection. Does that Fire Emblem Sacred Stones? That's actually one of my favorites too. You should have Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, right? Yeah, Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. But it doesn't have it doesn't have Binding Blade, does it? No, Blazing Blade and Sacred Stones. It doesn't have the other one, Binding Blade, which is Japan only. Yeah, okay. Let's see, let's go with... let's go with Advance Wars 2. One of my favorites. Of course, we didn't unlock the other CEO set yet. So, let's go Andy, Smash, sure. Let's play a little bit of it. Not too much, right? This video's already getting long, so... Neo Tank, baby. That's one of the new units introduced in Advance Wars 2. You're gone. my Neotanks actually. Yeah, my Neotanks keep good for something. Alright, anyways. Yeah, that's Game Boy Advance. That's one of my favorite consoles. And of course it runs really well here, as it should. Game Boy Color. So Game Boy Color has a decent selection of games too. Although, like, I would almost always just prefer Game Boy Advance over Game Boy Color, unless there's a specific game that's only in Game Boy Color. Oh, like Pokemon Yellow, okay, I get it, but still, like, yeah, there's some games that like Game Boy Color only, but for the most part, oh yeah, like this, like Link's Awakening DX, okay, I get that's Game Boy Color only, but yeah, for the most part, I would probably just go Game Boy Advance over Game Boy Color. Sega Genesis, yep, here's another one where there's pretty much going to be a huge selection of Sega Genesis games. So let's see, which one is to select here? There's a lot of Sega Genesis games, as you would expect. Phantasy Star, actually that's one of my favorites. Phantasy Star, there's a Phantasy Star 4, right? Oh no, they have different adventures for Phantasy Star 2, interestingly enough. Text Adventures, there's Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures, interesting. I did not know that. No Phantasy Star 4. That's weird. That's one of the best games on the system. Prince of Persia. Shining Force. Of course, that's another great one. Sonic. Obviously had to have Sonic. Syndicate. Yep, okay, so let's go with Streets of Rage. I mean, yeah, Streets of Rage is fine too. But I'm gonna go with where is Sonic and Knuckles? Yeah, I'm going with Sonic and Knuckles here. Can't go wrong with this game. Okay, the music is definitely off. The music isn't playing at the right speed at all. Yeah, the music is playing way too fast. The music is playing way too fast. So there's something weird going on with the emulation, but the music is definitely sounding really off. Gameplay-wise, it's still playable. It's just the music sounds really off. Whoops. Okay. Let's go. Ah. Alright, anyways. Sonic and Knuckles, okay. Classic. Obviously, Genesis fine. MAME, so this is more arcade games. Now, we already have a lot of arcade games in the Final Burn Neo, so this is like even more. You have Dungeons & Dragons Shadow over Mystara is actually a really good game. But yeah, Ridge Racer, this is like basically from various different arcade consoles, I think, is where you find in MAME. Let's see, Legend of Kage. Virtua Fighter 2. Virtua Fighter Kids. Okay, yep, so we got that here. I guess we'll go for some Dungeons & Dragons, Shadow of Mystara. Okay, and we've got to set this because it's arcade. Actually, no, it's already set. Nice. Cool. Okay, I'm going to choose, I'll choose Magic User here. Okay, go select spell here. Yeah, this is one of the best beat 'em ups. Really nice. Many attacks. Nice. Free these. Free them. Like this. Yeah, free them. Oh, that's in Japanese. But oh well. Yeah. That's MAME, which is pretty similar to the other arcade cabinets here. You got Sega Master System, which is basically competing with NES back in the day. These are more primitive games than Genesis, but it's more complex than the SG-1000 or whatever, but it's more primitive than Genesis, of course. Then you have, so yeah, Sega Master System has a bunch. You have MSX. I'm not too familiar with MSX. I think this is an old, like, Japanese computer. So, yeah, there's MSX games here, which are like Japanese computer games, essentially, from back in the day. Yeah, so there's a bunch of MSX games here. Then there's Nintendo 64. So, let's see what's a good Nintendo 64 game. Cruisin', Diddy Kong Racing. That's a good one, yeah. Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, Doom 64, which is this unique game, Duke Nukem 64. Let's see. Jax, GoldenEye, obviously. Hexen. You gotta have Mario Kart. And Paper Mario, Pokemon Snap, Quake and Quake 2. See, Rush 2049, that's a good one. StarCraft 64, that's not easy to play there. Super Mario 64, obviously. Super Smash Brothers, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, obviously both on here. Pro Skater 2 and 3, Turok 2, Turok 3, and Turok Rage Wars. Okay, and yeah, let's see what we can do here. I think I'm gonna go with. Go with Tai Katana's on here. I'm gonna go Duke Nukem 64. Let's go with that. And it's using Mupin. I wonder what's the default mapping for this. I think I might have to map it myself. Is that right? Oh no, it's already mapped. Nice.
Let's rock.
cool is there any maps in here?
Hey, who's even still gonna pay for shooting up my ride?
Okay. This alien bastard's gonna pay for shooting up my ride. Oh man, what a classic first person shooter this is. Oh. Okay, so it's not one of those where I have to do everything, all the mapping myself. It does have a default mapping, which is nice. Where is it? Oh man. Where's my jump? Here, that's my jump, okay. I'm getting used to these controls. Oh. Get the rocket launcher. Oh no. Gotta get the rocket launcher. There we go. Yeah. Switch to that. My RPG. I should use a grenade launcher here. Okay. I'm used to this being an RPG, but it's actually a grenade launcher here. Yeah, we can watch the surveillance camera here. Okay, and of course we can use it here.
Come get some.
Huh. Wonder if this is no longer a secret thing. No. Pistol clip. Got the atomic health here. Oh shit.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hail to the king, baby.
Ooh, I needed that.
Oh! Oh shit. Alright, anyways, N64 is cool. I mean, it does seem like it's mapping.
Damn, who's even still gonna pay for shooting up my ride?
Yeah, how do I open up the emulation here thing? Okay, it seems like it's hard to open up the menu. Alright, so that's N64. Next is Naomi, which is another kind of arcade system, I believe, similar to Thomas Wave, which is also related to Sega, because I think most of these games are also Sega. So yeah, we can play some Naomi games, I guess. Let's see. It's a good one to play here. There's not too many. Actually, we could go with Melty Blood here, or Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Power Stone 2, or Project Justice. Any of these are pretty good. Or Guilty Gear X. That's always a classic. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with Melty Blood. This one has some like really crazy anime girls. Alright, let's take a look. So I wonder if I have to reset everything again. This is arcade, right? Nope. Actually retained it. That's good. Okay. So Sega Naomi. Yeah, I think this is a kind of an arcade cabinet. Okay, let's choose our fighter here. All crazy anime girls, mostly. Let's see. No, she looks cute. We'll go with her. Oh, that's in Japanese. I don't think this game was ever translated officially, but it's okay, it's a fighting game. I don't need to know too much because it's a fighting game. What the heck is that thing? It's got a beast coming out of his chest. Is that right? Oh my god. Okay.
ラウンド1ファイト。
Fight this.
Round 2 Fight.
God damn it. Alright, yeah, anyways, Sega Naomi. It's a kind of like an arcade cabinet for Sega games, mostly. They have Nintendo DS, which is funny because there's not that many Nintendo DS games here. I mean, you have like, okay, Castlevania here, Contra 4, Super Mario, Mario DS, Mario Kart DS. There's only a few. Phoenix Wright's on here is actually pretty interesting. But otherwise, there's not that much selection, which is funny because the 3DS had actually way more selection than DS did. DS is actually one of the biggest libraries in console gaming because it was so popular. But it's funny that 3DS actually has a lot more variety here than the DS. They have Neo Geo, mostly fighting games like SNK games, right? On Neo Geo. So you have, yeah, your standard selection of SNK games like Metal Slug, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters would be mostly here. Samurai Showdown. Yep. So you have all the Sengoku and Shock Troopers set. Oh, that's actually here as well. That's cool. Super Sidekicks, King of Fighters, all the way up to 2003 is here. Yep. World Heroes is here. World Heroes perfect. Fatal Fury. Yeah. So your typical SNK selection here. Shock Troopers. Sengoku 3, that's a good one. Neo Geo CD, okay. So Neo Geo CD, yeah, I mean, it's a CD version of Neo Geo. So, let's see. Oh, actually, this one has Baseball Stars Professional. I heard Baseball Stars is pretty good. I haven't played it. Far East of Eden. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't played that one before. Metal Slug. Top, Pulsar. Robo Armies here. Samurai Showdown, Sengoku, King of Fighters. This is pretty much the same selection as Neo Geo, right? Almost the same selection as Neo Geo. Okay. Let's go with, so many fighting games. Guess that's what you expect from SNK, but yeah. Let's go Far East of Eden. I've not played this one before. Start. Okay, game start to... Okay, so what's this fighting game? I had no idea. Oh yeah, I want the girl, this little girl wielding a battle axe, of course. Little girl wielding a battle axe. Okay, interesting. Tsunade versus Yagumo, okay. Oh, come on. You're dead. You're dead. You lost your little girl with the battle axe. Admit it. Oh was that? Okay, so yeah, that's Neo Geo CD. And then we have Nintendo, of course, Famicom / NES, and there's going to be a lot of Nintendo games because there was a lot of Nintendo games. They don't take up too much space either. I'm not going to play any of them because, yeah, I mean, everyone knows Nintendo, right? It's like pretty much anything can emulate Nintendo. You really don't need much to emulate Nintendo. But yeah, regional NES, you have all the games here. Good selection. They have Neo Geo Pocket, which doesn't have too much selection. But Neo Geo Pocket Color has a bit more selection. But yeah, it's a little bit more selection, but overall still not too many. Oh, they even have SNK versus Capcom and Neo Geo Pocket Color. Okay. Anyways, again, for these handheld games, I don't think I would play them because you have so many other better choices here. I mean, you have full-on arcade emulation, so why would you go with the handheld? If I mean, you're playing on TV here, right? So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Kinhank X5 Pro. I'm not sure if it actually contains over 100,000 games, but it certainly does contain a shit ton of games. A ton of games. And there's so many consoles here. Everything like PS2, from PSP to like, yeah, Sega CD, SG-1000, even obscure systems. Like, yeah, there's everything. A Sharp X68000 is here, right? 3DO. Even Nintendo Switch, 3DS actually is pretty impressive. Like I'm pretty impressed with the emulation that 3DS had. So yeah, in Nintendo Wii's on here, and then you have arcade cabinet emulation like a Thomas Wave and Capcom Play System, and Final Burn Neo. So in Naomi, like pretty much everything's on here. GameCube, you know. They're all in here. Pretty much everything up until like the mid 2000s is here, except for the original Xbox. I don't know. I think the original Xbox for some reason is hard to emulate or something. I don't really see the original Xbox much, but yeah, pretty much everything up until the mid 2000s is here and emulated. Even having Nintendo Switch, which is definitely a newer system, is emulated here. So pretty cool. Is it worth a $350 price? Well, that depends. If you're okay with this legal gray area of not owning these games but having these ROMs, and you're looking for a system that doesn't play like all the latest modern games, and you're okay with not playing all the latest modern games, then this is pretty much a good deal because you can get like almost like, I wouldn't say every retro game released, but a huge portion of retro games here. So yeah, and for only $350, you get a huge portion of retro games. And yeah, you could say, well, you can just download it online and stuff like that. But here it's already all downloaded for you. It's already like put into these like nice little menus and interfaces for you. And the emulators are more or less, the RetroArch has already been set up, except for the arcades and for the special emulators like PS2. Those ones haven't been set up, but for the most part, the other ones have been set up. So it's almost plug and play for most of the consoles on here. So yeah, overall, and plus this is like a mini system, right? You can just plug it into a TV, into a monitor, and it just works. You can hook up a second controller to have player 2. Actually, it has 4 USB ports, so you can hook up to 4 players. So that's pretty cool. And it's 3.7 terabytes worth of games. So for $350, yeah, you can say, yeah, I can get it for free technically, but there is a lot of work put into it, I think. It's a lot of work to actually get all these games downloaded onto here, to get the interface all set up, and then to have the actual production of this mini console, which is pretty, like, it's not like, they still got to make like the chassis and everything, right? And they got to make this case for it and everything. So, and then the cost of the hard drive as well. So that's all, you got to account for that. So overall, I think this is a very good value for people who are okay with playing mostly retro games, and you know, like if you have more modern games, then you probably just have to buy those. But if you're okay with mostly retro games, then this system is pretty much all you need. It has more than enough games for a lifetime. So Yeah, this is all the games you need to play in a lifetime, basically, if you're okay with just like older games. So, yeah, overall, it's a good deal for people who like retro games. The Kinhank X5 Pro. If you, those of you who love retro games, especially from the mid 2000s and older, yeah, this has pretty much almost everything, and it's for that it's a good value, I think. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this system in the comment section below. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.